4 girls, 1 chance, 1 amazing prize. Who will win the chance of a lifetime?
Hard.
And grab a wild card to the 3rd round of the 6-star WQS event, the Hurley Australian Open of Surfing.
A remarkable opportunity, a clear pathway for girls to progress their careers as professional surfers.
Just 1 girl will have what it takes to enter and become the wild card. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for 1 Aussie girl to shine on the world stage.
If I was to win the wild card, it would mean the world to me.
I'd have a great launching pad for my future career because I really want to be world champ.
If I got the wild card, it'd mean so much.
Each girl will be mentored by surfing legend Layne Beachley.
She's a 7-time world champion. I mean, not many people get to do that in their lifetimes.
Layne Beachley is my idol, always have been. I remember going to a camp when I was 12 and I was frothing.
The wildcard journey began at the recent Be The Influence Australian Boardriders battle. Junior girls from across Australia competed for their Boardriders club at the national finals in Cronulla. At the end of the weekend, 4 girls earned the right to be part of the wildcard program. Eliza Greene from Yallingup Boardriders Club, Holly Coffey, Snapper Rocks Surfriders Club, Kara Durante, Elouera Boardriders Club, and Alysse Cooper, Queenscliff Boardriders Club. This project is made possible through support of the Australian Institute of Sport, Hurley and Surfing Australia. The girls have been flown to northern New South Wales to Casuarina Beach, home to the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre. This is the country's state-of-the-art space for board riders and the only surf-focused facility of its kind in the world. It's where some of Australia's best surfers train to compete on the world stage. And it's also where recreational surfers can book in for some serious tuition.
We rocked up to the HPC and this is the first time I've been here since it's been revamped.
Helping Layne assess the girls for Surfing Australia are National Coach Andy King and Dr. Jeremy Sheppard, Sports Science Manager.
When we walked up to meet Jeremy, Andy and Layne, I don't know, I was more thinking, do I smile? Do I look at the camera? Do I just act serious? And so I just stared at Jeremy and I just see Jeremy just like, and just really serious. So I started trying to keep my composure and it's just, I just didn't know what to do. So I just sort of stood there.
Hi girls and welcome to the High Performance Centre. Now this is a really amazing opportunity for you four. This is the only purpose-built high performance centre for surfing in the world. The 3 of us, after spending a week with you, are going to decide which one of you earns the wild card into the Australian Open of Surfing. Are you guys excited?
Yes!
Jeremy, you got any pieces of advice for them?
Yeah, during this week we'll be doing some testing and training so that we can look at things to help you with your surfing. And the only thing I ask is to meet your commitments.
He's so serious and so professional. He's so intimidating.
Don't be late. That's it.
You don't want to cop the wrath of Jeremy. Andy?
Yeah, congratulations, girls, on being selected and for your incredible performance at the ABB as well. The person that's going to be able to pretty much adapt is going to win. So enjoy your week. We're going to have a ball and it's going to be hard, but it's going to be fun.
The 3 of us are going to be here to take you outside of your comfort zones. We're here to challenge you. We're here to get the best out of you. Let's get to it, I reckon. Should we go surfing?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
We're heading down to Greenmount for a surf, so we were all pumped because we knew there'd be great waves.
As you can see, we're here at Greenmount and it's one of the most high performance waves in the world. So it's a really good opportunity for Layne and myself to see what you girls have got.
Because we're in a high performance wave and it offers you so many different sections, there's 2 things I want you to work on out there today. Number 1 is speed turns. So how much speed you can get coming up the face and going out of your turn into the next one, because it's all about maintaining speed. Then when you hit the slower section, I want you to try and incorporate a roundhouse cutback. That's an absolute mandatory turn that you have to have in your repertoire when you hit the Pro Tour. I think it's about time we get in the water, and I'm going to join you in the water too. So let's go catch a few waves. Yay! Gold Coast can be considered quite intimidating because they're packed. They're just full of people. Some are good, some aren't so good, and you've got to be really spatially aware of the people around you. And then the waves are quite fast.
One of the bonuses, I guess, of this is we find out how assertive the girls are and how they establish themselves in the lineup.
It's like a game of dodgem cars. You just couldn't get around or get a wave.
Holly was good because, you know, it's a home break and she knew everything that was happening, but me and Alysse, we found it a bit hard.
I saw Holly get so many waves. She was always on my inside, and I just watched her just get a couple of really long ones and just heaps of spray coming off the lid, and so it was pretty cool to watch. But she did avoid the one barrel. I did see her. She avoided one barrel.
What's that? This is a board.
She actually drew like a surfboard in the ground and
Showed us the meaning of being in the centre of your board.
she was showing us like the balance point of the board and what you should never do and what you should do.
I don't ever want to see your weight get off centre, which means when you're on centre, your weight is low and you're only ever moving forwards or you're rotating. But none of this and none of this.
So now,
Yeah, that means you're off centre. Your weight is no longer centred. That make sense?
yeah.
And Alysse is lucky to come across surfing legend Wayne Rabbit Bartholomew in the surf, who points her in the right direction.
There's Alyssa up and riding on this little inside one. She's good. She's got a really nice style. She's got a really good centre of gravity on a board. If they have good technique and good centre of gravity, you can add everything on top of that. Yeah, Alyssa looks strong.
It was pretty hard getting to my feet because I kept getting a really sharp pain in my back. So I ended up calling quits and coming in, and I met Andy on the beach and I was so emotional. I was almost in tears coming up. I was in so much pain.
You all right? You're back. This is sore. Oh, wow, okay. No worries, no worries. Yeah, what did it feel like just when you were paddling, everything all round?
Just jumping to my feet, it's just like a real sharp pain.
Okay. I'll give Jeremy a call and see if you can get a physio in early to have a look. And are you all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just everything hit me that I might not be able to get this wild card. I wouldn't be able to surf in the 6-star QS, and I'd worked so hard leading up to it, knowing that this opportunity was available, and just to see it slip through my hands was pretty sad.
I think Eliza has like back spasms, and so it's preventing her from like surfing and just doing any other physical sport. Win-win for me, win-lose for her.
Girls are battling it out on the Gold Coast to win the prize of a lifetime, a wildcard entry to the Hurley Australian Open of Surfing in Manly. In the first surfing session at Greenmount, Eliza suffered severe back pain. Back at the HPC, she is given an initial assessment by the physio.
I was told that it was possible that I had bulged my disc onto the nerve because of the pain I was getting and the symptoms.
The fact that you don't have lance-saving, roaring leak pain at the moment is a good sign that the disc hasn't been really badly ruptured.
Okay, thanks very much.
Perfect. Yeah.
It would be a really smart idea to stay here and just to be part of the environment, even if I can't surf.
Okay, girls, welcome to this evening's activity, which is a testing session. So with the testing that we do at Surfing Australia, we're looking to evaluate qualities that are relevant to your surfing. Obviously, we want to look at your physicality as well as your fitness. So there'll be tests of strength and power related to your lower body and your upper body, and there'll be tests in the pool for paddling, for fitness, as well as your ability to explosively paddle over a short distance. So we'll head into the weight room and we'll get started.
Sweet.
Jeremy's really scary. He's pretty serious, but that's what we need, I guess, at this stage.
I'll get you girls to head over with Josh, and we'll select a skipping rope for you and get you just started getting warmed up on the skipping rope before we get into some other things. Eliza, if you can just hang back for a sec. Backs are this notoriously difficult thing that we have to be really careful with. None of the tests that we can do tonight, except for maybe your height and your weight, are zero risk. And when it comes to injuries, particularly at your age, with your whole future ahead of you, there's no point in taking any risk. So I'm looking at zero risk, thinking, I've got nothing for you that I'm professionally willing to expose you to. I knew Eliza would be gutted when I told her that she couldn't participate in the testing because she's clearly someone who's interested and engaged. She's already started physical training.
It was really sad and upsetting that I had to sit on the edge and just watch all the girls be able to perform and show all the experts what they've got.
If she can't compete and has to go home, I mean, it will make it a little bit easier. It's one less girl, but no, I wouldn't be happy for her at all.
One less lonely girl.
A great way to test the strength balance between the right and left leg is to perform a test of squatting on 2 force plates. That way we're able to determine whether the left leg or right leg is in balance with each other.
It was kind of a bit weird. I was like, what are they doing?
And push off the floor. 3, 2, 1. Push, 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 push.
By pushing the ground away from them, we're measuring how much force that they can produce in their lower body, and we express that relative to their body weight.
This is where world champions train to become better. And the reason that you go into a gym is to find 5% improvement in your performance, but then we can actually identify it in every aspect of your body and get the best out of you. What an amazing opportunity, because there's nothing like this back in the 80s.
Push, 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 push.
It was hard.
We don't want to hear any boom. Nice and soft.
We test time to stabilization for the athletes, and that test involves the athlete dropping off a ½ meter high box.
I actually did okay in that, which I was pretty stoked about.
I probably could have been lighter on my feet.
3, 2, go.
So the girls jump into the pool and they perform a sprint paddle over 15 meters.
Go, 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 Barry! Dig, 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 dig!
And by using a purpose-built device called a position transducer.
It's like string thingy.
A more like scientific fishing line.
I think it's crazy.
And that test, we're able to detect the speed at which they paddle very accurately. The endurance paddle is conducted over 400 meters.
I enjoyed doing the endurance paddle and all that because I've been in nippers.
Come on, catch her, Alysse, catch her!
Kara and I went on opposite sides. During the race, I managed to catch up to her.
Our top female athlete is also our best at that test, and our top male athlete is also the best at that test. Even though it's a painful test and everyone hates it, it is a pretty important one for them to do well at.
Layne and the girls end a long day by heading out to purchase ingredients for a healthy meal, all within a tight budget.
We had to make a nutritious, healthy dinner for Jeremy with only using $50.
I thought it was going to be like a bowl of grass.
Upon serving the chicken lentil salad, the girls have a small trick up their sleeve to make sure Jeremy is happy.
Oh, that looks good.
If you didn't like our meal, we thought we'd win you over with these bad boys.
So you made all of this, and I got flowers for less than $50.
Yeah.
But no chocolate.
Well, they may have bought something else.
After the break, we discover if everyone will survive the next phase of wildcard training.
Putting her in surf above 3 foot, I think, is a really bad idea.
Surfing is really rewarding, but without the right instruction, it can get a little frustrating.
The Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre will help you achieve your surfing goals. Expert coaching, video analysis, technique correction, aerial tuition, and strength and conditioning advice. Check surfingaustralia.com.
High performance surfing for all surfers.
Another day and another early start for the Wildcard girls. After a 6 a.m. warm-up, the group head to Queenscliff Beach for a second surf session with HPC national coach Andy King.
Okay, Eliza, I'm really sorry. Just with your back injury, we can't send you out there. I mean, yeah, there's just too much risk with it.
Yeah, it looked really fun at Kingscliff, and I was pretty devastated that I couldn't go out there and show them how I surf. So yeah, I was really upset just sitting on the beach.
There will be 3 15-minute challenges that will see the girls complete different tasks.
The first 15-minute block's just going to be a bottom turn, so I want to see how and where you can fit it in the wave. That's one of the most important turns in our sports, coming off the bottom. So when you think you've done that, I want you to return straight to the beach. If you do not complete that first bottom turn, you're not going to move on to the second part of the session, which is obviously going to follow that, which is going to be a top turn. So with a nice top turn, if you're going to finish that, we're going to move into a proper roundhouse cutback.
Each task must be executed correctly for the girls to progress to the next challenge.
Well, I didn't have a good surf yesterday, so I wanted to sort of show that I could surf.
I'm keeping time too, guys. That's 15 minutes from now.
We were just heading out for our first run around surf.
And then I just see Layne.
And Layne's just flat on the beach, just spread out, just got completely nailed. And then we went over and watched the replay, and it's all slow-mo of her just getting so nailed.
It was pretty funny.
It was actually kind of tough. There was a really strong rip coming through, and pretty much as soon as you paddled out, you had to get away straight away.
The bottom turn is completed by all the girls despite the challenging conditions.
As I want to see you to surf the full length of the wave, so I want to see that bottom turn come right off deep and then really high off the top. Wave selection's going to play a part in it as well. And Kara just took off on that first one and just gave her no options whatsoever. The wave was flat, a bit disappointing. Alysse pretty much just completed the drill on her first wave then. She found a really good section that was a closeout. She did exactly what was needed to be done.
Pretty good to see that Andy enjoyed watching my surfing as well.
Alysse is definitely keeping me on my toes. She's hunting me down.
Here we go, here's Holly now. Oh, the pressure that they're going to have when they've got 60,000 people on the beach at the Manly Australian Open. It's going to be a hell of a lot more intense than me setting a top turn and a bottom turn drill.
Yeah, I was definitely got quite frustrated out there because I knew what I can, I know what I can do, and I surf conditions like that all the time. Then to go out there and I was struggling.
With less than a minute to go in the second challenge, only Alysse has completed the bottom turn into a top turn.
Wow. That's awesome. She did the last 30 seconds. She finally put it in place. So,
well done, Holly. That was unreal. Really critical. Heaps of height. Even did a little tweak off the top. That was really nice surfing.
But unfortunately, Kara doesn't complete the combination and is eliminated from the challenge.
She couldn't get her head around the drill. I just don't think she didn't choose the right waves. It's just not going to cut it.
So I didn't get to complete the second kind of challenge, and I was a bit upset about that because I know that I can do it.
We're going to move on to a roundhouse cutback now. Good luck.
Every turn you do starts with a bottom turn. If you can't complete a bottom turn, then you need to go back to school. Then you have to be able to do a top turn, maintain your speed, go into a cutback, and then finish the wave, because how you finish a wave is the lasting impression you keep in judges' minds.
I actually got that on my first wave, which I was pretty stoked about.
Yeah, that was top shelf. That was awesome surfing. Well done. You completed the drill perfectly.
Alysse also completes the challenge, leaving her and Holly successful.
Yeah, both you girls just completed those drills so smoothly. It was good to see.
Holly and I adjusted to the conditions a little bit better than Kara. She really wasn't able to really show because her wave selection just wasn't as good as it could have been.
After 2 surf sessions and some fitness testing, Layne and the HPC team gather to assess how the girls are travelling.
You know the test where we drop onto the force platform and we ask the girls to restabilize as quickly as possible. She absorbs nearly 5 times her body weight in dropping from only a 50 centimetre height. It should be less than 2.
With the intensity of drills that we're going to set, we're probably going to have to make a few tweaks and maybe even could lead to elimination.
Putting her in surf above 3 foot, I think, is a really bad idea.
At this stage in the program, based on what we've seen both in the gym and in the water, I think there's an absolute standout and there's no question about it. So I think considering that we're presenting her with an opportunity to compete in the biggest WQS event in Australia, we start to now focus to get the best out of her, to enable her to perform at the best of her ability.
After the break, we find out who is going to be sent home and who will be the wild card.
Every corner of this great surfing country, the waves, the stories, our legends and our future. The freshest Australian surfing is here. My Surf TV.
Okay girls, so we've hit a really critical point in the program where Surfing Australia is really intent on sending the right girl to the Australian Open of Surfing.
I actually had no idea what Layne was going to say, but I wanted to find out and I did not expect that.
And based on consultation with the head coach, Andy King, and Dr. Jeremy Sheppard, so both in the water and in the gym, we've decided there's actually only one of you that can carry on with this program.
I knew something was up when we were all called to a meeting with Layne. I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but after she started talking, I definitely knew that 3 of the 4 girls would be sent home.
We've taken into consideration injuries and where you are physically. Kara, you've done so well coming here. I know with your results in the gym, Jeremy's given you a lot to think about, and so you're going to go home and spend a lot more time in the water and improve your skills and improve your physicality. Eliza, it was unfortunate that you sustained that injury, but this facility is always going to be here for you, so it's going to be wonderful to have you back here and to improve your surfing. Alysse, you are a pocket rocket. Your attitude and your personality is going to ensure that you go a long way in this sport. And Holly, I'm sorry to say that you have to stay here with me for the rest of the week and train and do some one-on-one competition with me.
Just so excited, I didn't want to express it too much because the girls there, I didn't want to rub in or anything, but I got the wild card, so I'm stoked.
I was pretty devastated, but I was kind of happy for Holly.
So girls, I'm sorry to say that we're sending you home, but it's been so much fun spending the last few days here with you, and I look forward to seeing how your careers blossom over the coming years.
Yeah, I don't think I'm up to the same level as Holly just yet, and I think Holly was the right decision.
It's definitely pushed me to try and keep improving and just to take things more seriously, I guess.
It's hard for me to break this kind of news to them, but ultimately I think it's only going to make them stronger. It's going to make them more resilient and tenacious, and it'll prove to me how much they want it by how hard they're willing to work to come back and try again. Let's go surfing.
So Holly has the wild card to the Hurley Australian Open of Surfing in Manly. But who is the real Holly Coffey?
We're going on a holiday to meet the sun and dodge the rain. Let's hurl.
Well, when Holly called me and told me that she'd won the wild card, I was really happy for her. Holly's put a great deal of dedication into her surfing. It's been her main focus, and she's foregone a lot of other things to succeed at it.
There's 7 of us and we've just grown up at the beach, surfing and travelling our whole lives.
We just wanted to go and spend time with our children and have as much fun as we possibly can with them, and it's been an absolute ball just going surfing and, you know, all the things my wife and I loved growing up doing, we're now doing with our kids.
Holly and I have a really good relationship.
This is not your bag.
It can be very competitive sometimes, but we spend every moment together, and I really would like to have that kind of older sister relationship with her where she can come to me and tell me anything, and, you know, I'll always be there for her. But then as for the whole surfing side of it, it can get super, super envious, but I think it's a good thing. It just pushes her and I to surf better and be better as people. And I know that she definitely is tired of being kind of Ellie's younger sister, so this is kind of a moment where she's pushing through.
It's not anyone else's dream, it's her dream. If she wants that and she chases it as hard as she can and puts enough effort into it, she will probably succeed at it.
So this is your maths.
To be homeschooled has just been so amazing. Just put it into my schedule really easily. If I hadn't had that, I definitely wouldn't have had the lifestyle that I've got to lead.
As the clock ticks down to the 6-star WQS event in Manly, Layne and Andy take Holly back to Greenmount for her next test, which is all about pressure.
All the pleasantries are done, the filter's off. They're going to treat you as if you're an absolute top-line athlete. At this top level, less is more. We want to see big, clean lines, lots of spray thrown off the top of the wave, deep bottom turns. This next half an hour, we're going to set you a task for 2 waves. We're going to see 2 really big turns off the top.
Unbeknown to Holly, a special guest turns up in the shape of Sally Fitzgibbons.
Hey, Sal.
A 3-time World Championship runner-up and a former winner of the Australian Open of Surfing, Sally is used to the pressure of competition and perfectly placed to help Holly.
Hopefully we can make this a smooth transition for us. Subconsciously, you know, there's a lot of extra pressures and those situations, you know, I've been through, I've learnt from, but at the time they were really tough and a lot of tears, a lot of heartbreak.
Sally was watching as well, which put even more pressure on, which I think that was the whole point of it.
You can just tell with the body language, eh? She's feeling it.
I was trying to pick the perfect wave out there so that I can try and press, and I just did the complete opposite. I didn't catch a wave at all. And I just kind of picked off this little washy one. I didn't even know if it was going to be good, but I was you know what, I'm just going to go with. And then this wave just started building up down the line, and I was just watching, just getting so excited. And then I just got 3 perfect sections to just go top to bottom, which I was just so stoked to get a good wave in front of everyone. Sally's definitely always been a hero of mine. I'd love to surf against her. Maybe I will down at the Oz Open. But yeah, she's just such an amazing surfer, and I'd love to be on tour with her.
Really well put together. I think she fully put in place the things that you and Layne were talking about. That's World Tour standard, those last 2 turns and then that finish.
How do you feel seeing that?
I mean, you pick out your faults when you're looking at it, you're oh, I should have done this and I should have done that. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked to get a wave like that on film and everything.
What would you change?
There's a few little dead sections here where I probably should have actually tried a better turn, but it was a pretty good wave.
I mean, all champions do the same thing. They're really self-critical, but you've got to learn to reward yourself. We were really happy with that wave. I thought it was perfectly surfed, and you just found the tiny 1% things that were wrong. So it's not really good for your psyche. You've got to actually reward yourself when you do things right.
I hear you going up against Layne tomorrow, so I want you to really attack, go in there and just think of those combinations, framing those big moments in your wave. It's about, having that mindset that you deserve to be out there competing against the best, and then, just bring it.
Oh my goodness, get to surf with 7-time world champion.
So after the break, it's the ultimate test. how will Holly go against the greatest female surfer of all time?
We arrived at SeaWorld. I had no idea what we were doing, where we were going.
And you know when we go surfing, we fear everything that's in the water, on the water, under the water.
Layne started talking about fear and facing it and all that sort of stuff, but I didn't quite get what she was saying.
The only way you can overcome a fear is by confronting it. So we're going to present you with the opportunity right now, today, here at SeaWorld, for you to overcome your fear of sharks. We're going to go swimming with them. We're going to dive with them.
My heart was just like racing. I had butterflies in my stomach.
Are you serious?
Serious.
Like how big are sharks?
Big sharks.
I was just so freaked out. I'm so nervous right now. I was waiting for someone to be like, no, it's just a joke or something. And then like, we just like, they're like, all right, hop in. Screaming and like just kind of trying to curl myself up in like one of the corners or something, trying to get myself out.
Do you hear her scream from up here?
Once I actually like got under and like started like looking at everything, it was just so amazing. There was just like the most amazing like sea creatures just swimming around. It was just so peaceful. It's like you're in your own little world and stuff. I've just like completely gotten over my fear of sharks. Like I love them now.
That was amazing.
Layne was like proud of me, so I was like, yes.
Well, mission accomplished. Good girl. I'm proud of you. Good job. All right. I'm really proud of you. Let's go. To see her overcome it and now embrace it and acknowledge, yes, I have a fear, but it's something I'm not going to allow to control me anymore, was really exciting. I loved supporting her through that and sharing that moment with her.
Back at the HPC, Holly gets some very valuable one-on-one time with Sally Fitzgibbons.
The idea of today was to just give her just a glimpse into what a WCT surfer, what those guys and girls go through.
There's a lot of swimming.
You had to just get one breath in and then start swimming back to the rock, and you couldn't come up for a breath or anything. To be a champion isn't easy at all. It takes a lot of time and effort.
Fantastic to have Holly in here and put her through her paces. I feel like, you know, you just have to build those foundations, and, you know, she's already showing in her surfing that she has that strength, she has that power, and with great coaches and the likes of Jeremy Sheppard taking us to that ultimate goal to become world champion.
To be in the gym with Sally, like one-on-one, was just like so cool. It's like she's just such an amazing and inspiration to me, and yeah, I was just so stoked.
Now it's the ultimate preparation for Manly. A simulated heat against 7-time ASP World Champion Layne Beachley.
We've got 25 minutes, so I'm gonna blow the hooter as soon as you girls are out the back. Best 2 waves total. Enjoy yourself.
And straight away I was just like, oh my goodness, like get to surf with 7-time world champion. So I was like super excited, but I was just so nervous, like straight away. dropped. I was like, oh God.
Here goes Holly now. Up and out.
My aim today was a good start right from the get-go.
Oh, there we go. That's way better. Holly's opened up. She had two really nice turns on that. Oh, she's just fallen on that end turn. Should have easily probably turned into a 7 if she hadn't finished it. Layne's just taken off. It's probably the biggest wave that's come through all morning. Oh, it's even Layne. She realised the wave wasn't going to give her a lot, so she tried something huge and didn't land it. So with Layne and her experience, she's just going to wait for the sets. She's just going to be patient. Here she goes now. She's got a really nice wave. Oh, really good choice. Oh, she's dead set, just got an 8. Put the pressure on Holly straight up. Making a comeback. Look at this, she's got the steeper section. Oh, definitely pressure got to her. She just had a really good section then. At least Holly's committed. Like, Holly's been surfing right in the pocket, but just the completion rate's just been really, really low, so. Holly, she's got a really nice, oh, that was massive. Come on, let her get a second one in. Wow, if she finishes this. So that fully brought Holly back into the game. That was just underneath Layne's wave. I'll give that about a 7.5. And she's made a really good tactical decision right now. She's going to come back and run back around so she can keep away from Layne. Yeah, she's definitely turning this into something. Wow, that was a pretty impressive wave. That was easily a 7. She's got to try and better the score. Oh, no, she's gone down. So that was a real turning point. Holly just couldn't capitalise on
it. Andy gives Holly a total score of 12 and Layne 15.
It was a really close heat, and I think, yeah, Holly definitely stepped up in that last one.
Good girl. Well done. I remember when I was competing against world champions, if I'd see them get a really good wave, I actually started to sit back and question my confidence and question my ability. Whereas Holly just said, I'm still in this, I've still got the ability to do it, and she backed herself and continued to stay in the game and clawed her way back. Saying that I still beat her, which is really important for me.
Been given so much advice and confidence while I've been here, so I'm feeling pretty confident and strong going into Manly.
You've got the experience, you've got the ability, you've got the talent. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself.
Yeah, thanks. And I'm just so stoked for you to have picked me. I'm so psyched on this opportunity. Thank you so much. And it's been a sick week hanging out.
Cool. We'll see you in Manly. Good luck.
Sure.
Give me a hug. Well done.
Thanks.
After the break, the opportunity of a lifetime. The third round of the 6-star Hurley Australian Open of Surfing is just around the corner for our wildcard.
Surfing is really rewarding, but without the right instruction, it can get a little frustrating.
The Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre will help you achieve your surfing goals. Expert coaching, video analysis, technique correction, aerial tuition, and strength and conditioning advice. Check surfingaustralia.com.
High performance surfing for all surfers.
Welcome back to the exciting finale of Wildcard. Holly and her family have undertaken a huge road trip from the Gold Coast to the Hurley Australian Open of Surfing in Sydney. Now, Holly must face her biggest challenge yet. In an event that features current world champ Carissa Moore, Tyler Wright, and of course, defending champion Sally Fitzgibbons.
Arriving here today, it was pretty nerve-wracking, seeing everyone, and I was kind of like a little bit freaked out. Actually bumped into Sally while I was at it, so that was pretty cool to see her. And, I went down, got my rashi, and I was feeling pretty good, and seen Layne waiting on the beach for me, and I just went down to her and she just gave me some
really good tips.
Hey!
Hey!
How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, pretty pumped to get out there.
Good. Well, have fun.
Yeah.
Don't put any pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that'll beat you out there is your mind.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you just stay confident. I want you to stay hungry and focused for 25 minutes. That's all we need from you.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, have fun.
Yeah.
We've got heat 10, the round of 48 out in the water. And it is a stacked lineup. Nikki Van Dijk, former world junior champion, out there in the pink. Alysse Cooper of France is in the white. In the orange, we've got Holly Coffey, who earned the wildcard into the Australian Open of Surfing. And another new name, and that is Eliza Greene. So a great lineup.
Really want Holly to get off to a really quick start. I want her to stay busy. She only got 25 minutes. She only needs to get 2 waves. So let's get going, Holly. Let's go. This is a good-looking wave. Nikki Van Dijk, world junior champion, up and riding. Yeah, it's a great wave.
This is a 9.27 ride for Alysse, and it is a sensational way to open her account for this heat.
No, Holly. No, Holly. Come on, Rolls. What are you doing? She's catching tiny waves. Needs to get out the back and dominate.
There was 2 banks out there, and I was just so unsure of which one to go out on.
Move to your right. Come on, Hole. Move over.
Nikki Van Dijk, Eliza Greene, they are 2 of the best. And they're going to be hard to beat in this clash. So let's see if the young wildcard can't step things up.
Here goes Holly right now. Nice vert jam, completes it.
Nice. Nice turn.
I think she may have needed 1 or 2 more turns if she wants to get into that excellent score range.
5.17 in conditions like this is a really good score. The judges were impressed with it. It was basically 1 manoeuvre, so she's still in this. There's still plenty of time for her to fight back. Here she goes again. It's a small inside wave. It's not going to offer anything over a 3. No.
The wild card earned her spot in this event and also got some great training from Layne Beachley and Sally Fitzgibbons. But right now, she's starting to run out of time.
Here comes the set. Just smash it off. Yeah. She did 2 solid turns on that wave, so that'll actually improve her scoreline, but she's still going to need a score to get into first or into second place. The girl in white's dominating this heat. She's now fighting for second.
You can hear the commentators telling you what you need, and you know, the more they say it, the more you kind of get a bit psyched out about it.
2:20 on the clock, and now the requirement rises for Holly Coffey. She needs an 8.5, and Eliza Greene needs a 7.87. So pretty big scores to try to move on out of this seed.
Come on, Holly, let's go. Go, Holly. It's a beautiful wave. Smash it. Yeah. 1 more turn. Come on. Holly just got actually a really nice wave. Did a really good first turn. Completed the second turn nice and cleanly. But it's not going to be the score she needs to get into second place, which will enable her to qualify for the next round. Pretty disappointing. I know she's going to be disappointed. She carries the weight of the world on her shoulder, though, Holly.
Holly's total of 10.87 will not see her progress to the next round.
What does she take from this experience finishing up 4th in a heat like this, Richie?
Just the intensity of the moment, the intensity of the heat and how competitive it is, you know. This is what she wants to do. She obviously wants to be a part of the whole pro surfing scene. It's highly competitive, so she's going to need to step it up.
So good. What do you think went wrong out there? You don't know yet? No. You know that it all comes down to wave selection, right? How was the quality of your wave selection?
Bad.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Because you surfed great.
Kind of a bit upset to even talk, so I kind of was like, I don't know, and it's just like, you know, it was your wave choice, and at the end of the day, that's what it was.
I know you're going to be disappointed, but as they say, you know, a measure of success is how you cope with disappointment and how you bounce back from it. I want to see this whole experience fuel your desire to keep going and work harder at it.
Yeah.
Has it fueled your desire?
Yeah.
Right now, I'm sure you just want to cry. That's how I always dealt with my losses. But we're really proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
This whole HPC experience and training with Layne and Sally and getting this opportunity has been amazing. It's it's been life-changing, and I can't thank everyone enough.
4 girls, 1 wild card, and the opportunity of a lifetime.
You have not seen the last of me, so watch out!
Every corner of this great surfing country, the waves, the stories, our legends and our future. The freshest Australian surfing is here. My Surf TV.